A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark, chapter 2, verses 18 to 22. Passage taken from the Message version of the Bible. The disciples of John and the disciples of the Pharisees made a practice of fasting. Some people confronted Jesus. Why do the followers of John and the Pharisees take on the disciplines of fasting, but your followers don't? Jesus said, when you are celebrating a wedding, you don't skimp on the cake and wine. You feast. Later, you may need to pull in your belt, but not now. As long as the bride and groom are with you, you have a good time. No one throws cold water on a friendly bonfire. This is kingdom come. He went on. No one cuts up a fine silk scarf to patch old work clothes. You want fabrics that match. And you don't put your wine in cracked bottles. The Gospel of the Lord.
Reflections on the Gospel according to St. Mark, chapter 2, verses 18 to 22. For the Jewish religion, fasting was one of the three most important religious duties, along with prayer and almsgiving. In today's Gospel, the disciples of John the Baptist and the Pharisees have a problem. Jesus does not endorse the practice of fasting. Jesus has a simple explanation. There is a time for fasting and a time for feasting or celebrating. Remember, the Gospel of Mark begins by saying the good news of Jesus Christ. The whole Gospel speaks of a celebration because Jesus, the Christ, is among us and speaks to us and makes our lives happy. There is no time for despair and crying. To be a disciple of Jesus is to experience a whole new joy of relationship, similar to the joy of celebrating a wedding party with the groom and bride. God is with us, and He will not give up on His children. Jesus goes on to warn His disciples about the problem of the closed mind that refuses to learn new things. Jesus used an image familiar to His audience: new and old wineskins. How do we understand today the examples of a new patch on old cloth and new wine in old wineskins? In today's terms, we should be speaking about do not install outdated or pirated programs into your new computer. The Lord has offered us new wine, His forgiveness, mercy, and the good news of salvation. But unfortunately, we refuse to change the wineskin. We refuse to forgive, refuse to be merciful. Despite praying the Lord's Prayer numerous times a day, we continue to believe that punishments for the wrongs is the best way to serve justice. Gospel values of forgiveness, mercy, love, etc. are the new wine of Jesus. Our stubbornness ruins so many of us who are good, but we enter into a spirit of vanity, of pride, of being seen. In any case, the message is clear. The good news of Jesus invites us to be joyous people, people of celebration, because God is near. His mercy and forgiveness are available for everyone. God does not want us to be afraid of Him. When I consider myself to be a good Catholic, but I fail to worry about the problems of others, their poverty, their hunger, illnesses, and the many sufferings, I am merely a hypocrite, trying to do some patchworks on my age-old clothing. If the clothing is already worn out, it is high time to change and put on the new clothes of the Beatitudes: meekness, humility, patience in suffering, love for justice, ability to endure persecution, not judging others.